Title: I found out my wife was plotting with her lawyer to divorce me and take my 500 million assets. 1 week later, she filed. Start: I remember the sound of the pen clicking. Her hand trembled as she signed the divorce petition. She thought it was the beginning of my downfall. She didn't know it was the final move in her own. I kept my face still, unreadable, while her lawyer smirked at me across the table. He thought he had already won. They both did. But my silence wasn't weakness, it was strategy. I loved her. God, I did. 15 years together, dinners by candlelight, her laughter echoing in the house I built. She was there when my company was nothing but an idea scribbled on napkins. She smiled at me like I was her whole world. Or maybe that was the performance. Because somewhere along the way, that smile became a mask. We had everything: yachts, homes across continents, private jets. But behind her eyes, I began to notice calculation, not love. I ignored it. I told myself paranoia was the price of wealth, until I couldn't ignore it anymore. It was a Tuesday night. She said she had dinner with a friend. Instead, she left her tablet on the counter. A small mistake, one she would regret for the rest of her life. Messages, dozens of them, between her and her lawyer. Not legal strategy, not paperwork, intimacy, plans, whispered digital betrayals. And buried inside those texts, her strategy: file for divorce, freeze my accounts, claim infidelity, paint herself as the victim, walk away with $500 million. $500 million. The woman I shared my bed with was plotting to gut me alive financially. My stomach dropped, my hands shook. Then something shifted inside me. Grief died, rage sharpened, and in its place, a clarity I had never known settled in. I didn't confront her. I kissed her goodnight, tucked her hair behind her ear, and whispered, "I love you." And in the dark, I planned her destruction. First, the finances. I had already placed most of my assets under holding companies, but now I moved fast. Shell corporations, trusts, ironclad prenup clauses she had forgotten about. My legal team worked in silence, bound by NDAs and loyalty that money could buy. Second, surveillance. I hired a private investigator, the best in the city. Photos, videos, recordings. He delivered everything. Their late-night meetings, their hotel encounters, their whispered promises. Each file was a nail for her coffin. Third, the trap. I played the part of the oblivious husband. I let her believe I was blind. I let her texts grow bolder, her plans more reckless. Every message, every document, every trace, archived, time-stamped, preserved. And then I waited. 1 week later, she served me the papers. She was glowing, almost smug, her lawyer's hand brushing against hers like they shared a private victory. She claimed half of everything: my companies, my properties, even the house I grew up in. I sat there, calm, as if the papers meant nothing. Then I slid my folder across the table. Inside, evidence. Photos of her and her lawyer, hotel receipts, phone records, screenshots of messages where they joked about draining me dry. Her face drained of color. Her lawyer's smirk evaporated. I let the silence stretch, suffocating them. Then I spoke. Adultery voids her claims under the prenup. Fraud voids her credibility. Conspiracy with legal counsel violates professional ethics. You've not only destroyed your marriage, you've destroyed your career. The lawyer tried to speak, but my attorney cut him down. Motion after motion, conflict of interest, breach of fiduciary duty. We had them cornered on every front. Her panic was delicious. It didn't take long. Her lawyer withdrew from the case to avoid impropriety. His firm opened an investigation. Word spread. His career went up in flames before the trial even began. She was left alone. Her claims crumbled in court. Instead of $500 million, she walked away with nothing but the clothes she wore and the disgrace stamped into her reputation. The judge awarded me sole control of all assets, citing her misconduct. I didn't just win, I annihilated her. And the best part? Every whisper of scandal followed her. From charity galas to social circles, she became radioactive. No one wanted to be associated with the woman who tried to conspire against her billionaire husband and lost everything. Sometimes I think back to that night, staring at her glowing phone screen, my heart breaking as I read her words. For a moment, I almost pitied her. Almost. But then I remember the way she smiled at me while plotting to gut me alive. And I remind myself, pity is wasted on predators. She thought she was the hunter. She forgot who she married. I built empires from nothing. Did she really believe I wouldn't see through her? In the end, she didn't just lose me, she lost everything. And I didn't raise my voice. I didn't lift a hand. I let her destroy herself with her own ambition. That is the purest revenge.